Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. So, yesterday, obviously, Bitcoin fell out of that parallel channel. When I made the video, we were down here. I said, look, day's not over. Let's see what happens. Oftentimes, these can reverse. And I actually think we did get the close back inside the parallel channel. Today, have my thought processes changed? Not really, but I want to just discuss a few things. We're definitely not out of the waters yet. So looking at Bitcoin, in fact, I'm just going to take the drawings off just to show you my thought process here. So when you get these like big like pullbacks, you take the recent high as a swing high here. And what we're doing now for Bitcoin is we've taken the high, we've come back, we're back testing that. However, like we can always pull back into this territory again. And if we look at the liquidations, if we look at the liquidity over here, as I spoke about yesterday, we have a lot between around the, well, realistically, probably from like 86 to the 89,000 area, which is prime territory for wicking. In my opinion, we could have a big, like a liquidation day with some bad news and wick and pull back like 10, 11, 12%. And really take that liquidity there. That's probably where I'd probably be looking for limit bids. On spot, like I probably wouldn't be leveraging this. Anything can happen here, like limit bids on spot potentially there if I was going to be looking at Bitcoin. But until that time, we're basically just grinding out from the lows, taking the high, maybe testing that, looking to take that high and really working ourselves back up. What I would like to see is for us to work ourselves back up and take the previous swing high, like the high before we started to capitulate, which is here. If we can take that, I'm bullish. Until then, I'm kind of cautious. As you guys know, I had this trade on XRP yesterday. I think I've got a tweet. Actually, I can show you. So I actually tweeted. I've closed my trade. I can show you the percentage of it if you want on Twitter, because some people were asking like as if I hadn't put the trade on. Did about 100. I think I did 170%. It just closed now, so I'll show you where I tweeted. I tweeted literally here, which doesn't happen very often. And you guys obviously were live on my video while I was talking about that. So let's put this tweet in here. It will show you where it was. There, bang, like right at the bottom. It was lovely. I think I entered at 1977. So that was my entry, and I just closed this morning. I'll show you why I closed, because basically what I could have closed too early, but I'll show you why. Here basically it was like cool, we're holding like this sort of pattern somewhere around it. It wasn't maybe on this chart, maybe on the hourly. Here we go, that's it. We're holding this like that. I was just like, look, we're holding this trend, and while we're holding the trend, I'll keep in the position. And if we lose the trend line, we'll stop. And I brought my stop loss up, lost the trend line, boom, stopped, but nice gain there. So can't be unhappy with that. 170%, as I said. The reason for that is, like, you can come back and test this candle here. We can come back into this area, as I showed you with Bitcoin on the liquidity. If Bitcoin does come back and take that liquidity at 88,000, potentially XRP wicks down to these levels, and people are talking about like testing this recent high here where we wicked up to. Any of this is possible, guys, but also it's just as possible and likely that we've been in this daily stochastic oversold area for, well, since the 6th of December. It's like ages now, 15 days. And the daily RSI has pulled back. Let's have a look at the weekly. I haven't really checked on the weekly for a while. Weekly RSI is pulling back as well. It's fine. We're just cooling off. We will have another leg up soon, and I think it will probably take us to anywhere between like probably $6 and like $11-12 if we have a good third leg. That's what she said. Then we could move up to that sort of area there. So that's what I'm looking for. XRP against Bitcoin, XRP against ETH. I'm just going to check this out for a minute on the daily. Again, it looks similar. We literally look dead against Bitcoin on the stochastic RSI. Really cooled off, but price action has held very well and consolidating. I presume at some point we do pop out again to the upside. Just whether it's just when that time might come. And against ETH, we're actually like almost consolidating to the upside again here with the stochastic RSI has come up from the oversold area. XRP against ETH is more exciting for me. I would like to see candle close above this wick here, and then you can just confirm basically that we're getting higher lows and higher highs. basically that we could have potentially started an uptrend there, and the RSI and the stochastic are basically showing bullish price movement. So let's see what happens there. And XRP dominance is pretty similar to XRP ETH. Well, it's actually a little bit between like XRP ETH and XRP Bitcoin. Just consolidating slightly to the upside, slightly starting to curl to the upside on the stochastic and the RSI. So I'm watching for all those things right now. People are watching heavily the total market caps of crypto. So total 3 came back, wicked into the 702, bounced off that quite heavily. But again, like we've still got a few days of chop, in my opinion, just to see what's going to happen here. Nothing too big has changed. Like we just had a standard pullback into an area we've pulled back before. The total market cap of crypto on the daily stochastic looks like it could be about to bounce bullish again. What we haven't seen is like a big sell-off like this for a while and a recovery. So what I want to see is us take those all-time highs. How, if, when, I don't know. So I'm not going to get too fancy with it. Does look like XRP has pulled back, wicked me out, and then may continue here. This is what I'm saying is like, I'm cautious until we gain all these levels back. So I've got these step 1, step 2, step 3. That's for the 4-hour time frame here for XRP. Just talking about 4-hourly closes. Like this was the first area. That was when we were in here. Step 2, don't know if you just had the dog there, sorry. Step 2 is this area here. And then step 3, we did actually clear these, but it was probably just to take liquidity there. Then we've come down, we've taken liquidity below. This is what often happens in like ranging patterns. So something you just need to keep your eye on now is something that I was asked yesterday. If we take these highs, so this high, and this high, are we then good? Technically, no. Unfortunately, now we're just probably in a range until we break out the upside or the down. And the range looks like this. Let's have a look like this. There's your range. And so getting in towards the bottom of the range and closing out mid or top of the range are pretty good trades. So what I've done is I closed my trade out mid, and I'll probably get back in if we get to the lows again. With a tight stop loss below the bottom of the range. So if we then fall out and do have like liquidation wicks, I'm not going to get too burnt. Give a few percent away for a potential larger move. Look, let's say if we get in this area here, anywhere below where these candles were, let's say we get in at 96. Most you're going to give away is 2%. I probably will give myself a little bit more. This wick on the left here, just to show you how I'd structure a trade like this. If we get in here at like 196, I will give myself a little bit below. I'll probably give myself 4 or 5%. So say 4.8% to the downside for a potential upside gain of 19%. So that's like a 5-to-1 risk to reward. Or if you're going to go to the top of the range, which you could do, that's like a 10-to-1 risk to reward. Pretty good if you're looking for trades. That's the next level that I'd be trading if I'm going to trade anything for XRP. Just to give you a bit of a heads up. Aside from that, our weekly newsletter comes out today. I've written about what I think is coming in crypto in general. I actually do think we are going to head to the upside soon. I've talked about China, the macro landscape, and what I think is happening. Since then, since I wrote the newsletter yesterday out of the US, that, where is it? Sorry, guys. The last basically came through. Here we go. US House passes spending bill to avoid government shutdown. So money's coming through for the US, and I also saw yesterday that Ripple donated $5 million to President Trump, and multi-purpose tokens went live on the XRP. I haven't talked about them in the newsletter, but the other parts I've talked about apart from the Trump and the White House news, because that obviously came last night after I've written the newsletter. But I think you'll enjoy it. If you want to read the weekly newsletter, it's completely free. It's just in my bio here over on X, or in my YouTube description if you're watching this on YouTube, which you probably are. And I also have a deal with MEXC at the minute, which I think is still live. If you just click this here, you deposit $100, you get $20 for free. There's 1 day and 4 hours left of that, so if you want to get free $20 just for signing up and depositing $100, then you can there. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be the only exchange that I use, but it is one of them that I use, and I've got probably like 10 that I literally use now. So it's good to have a load when you have the bull market, because you've seen even like Kraken and other platforms go out when things get a bit crazy. With that being said, guys, have a great weekend, and I will catch you. I'm probably make a video tomorrow morning if I have time. Like, we're doing some stuff with the fam tomorrow. But But yeah, I'm just watching for if XRP pulls back to the bottom of the range there. And if not, we're just going to assess and see if we can break these highs and continue upwards. Obviously, I'm still 95% spot plus. And if we get below here, if we get into this area here between 196 and 190, I'm probably going to take another position as everyone thinks the sky is falling again. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. And yes, please do check out my newsletter. Subscribe, it's free. And if you enjoyed this video, please do share it with a friend and subscribe as well. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say. Thank you for tuning in, guys.